Welcome back to the Armchair Meddler, where I review news videos usually of a sensational nature and I give you my opinion. Even though you didn't ask for my opinion, that's what makes me an Armchair Meddler. Alright, what do we have today? Glendale police release body cam footage after Walmart incident. Okay. Alright, so I want to remind you that I have not watched this video previously, so I will experience it along with you for the first time. But before we do that, please make sure you're subscribed. Also press that like button. Now let's not delay, let's get right into this video.
Another big story we're following tonight, the Glendale Police Department is releasing body cam video after an incident in a Walmart yesterday where a woman was suspected of shoplifting and then tased multiple times.
The woman, her family, and witnesses say that the force used was excessive, but police defend their officers' actions. Team 12's Bianca Bono joins us live in Glendale with what we know. Bianca.
Well, guys, we know that police say this all started with a report of shoplifting. A witness who recorded the incident questions whether a misdemeanor shoplifting incident warrants the use of a taser. Police, however, say the crime really doesn't matter. It all comes down to whether a person follows police commands. A woman screaming in pain after being tased by police multiple times inside the Walmart near 56th Avenue and Northern. It happened Tuesday afternoon, and the chaos caught customer Trisha Kirby's attention, who started recording.
He was a big man. She's a tiny little 120-pound girl. Why could he not detain her without tasing her?
Glendale police say the woman in the video, Kadra Wazwaz, was accused of shoplifting clothes and jewelry. An off-duty officer in uniform was notified about the alleged shoplifting and stopped her as she was leaving the store.
So I think that Condra I think she was tased because she was not complying. So yeah, I think that was the issue in this whole thing. I'm sorry, I just heard that last name and I just had to do that. But yeah, the key here is that the woman was not complying. From what I can see, she was not complying. Was not complying. Okay.
Released body camera footage of the interaction. The woman quickly ends up on the floor, and police say while on the phone, she refused to comply.
I don't need to be tased. Please don't make that. They're gonna let tase me.
So that's the key right there. He asked the woman, "Do you need to be tased?" And I believe her reply is, "I'm on the phone." Is that what she said? Just hold on, officer. I'm on the phone. I understand that you want me to follow orders, but important call right here. Let me take care of this. Let me rewind this because I have to see if this woman is being as silly as what I thought she was.
Shoplifting and stopped her as she was leaving the store. Police released body camera footage of the interaction. The woman quickly ends up on the floor, and police say while on the phone, she refused to comply.
I don't need to be tased. Please don't make that. They're gonna let tase me.
The woman telling the officer she's prone to seizures.
I get seizures.
Over the course of the next 4 minutes, she was tased multiple times.
Our use of force is not in reference to misdemeanor or felony cases. It's in reference to an individual's resistance.
Police say the prongs on the taser were not deployed. Instead, the officer used the stun feature, and officials say it was used 14 times.
There was 14 uses, but that doesn't mean there was 14 contacts.
The repeated usage concerning Kirby and other witnesses.
Dude, she's little. Can't you handle her?
A lot of people out there might say, well, she was committing a crime or she was shoplifting or whatever. Okay, maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. We don't know that. But does that still give somebody the right for a nonviolent crime to attack them like that?
Finally, the officer putting Wazwaz in handcuffs as she appears to convulse. She was taken to the hospital, then booked into jail and ultimately released.
This was reviewed by a supervisor who determined there was no policy violation. His response to resistance.
So the thing is that was not complying. That's the issue. Wow. These people, I mean, if you don't want to have these interactions with the police, don't shoplift. Do not give the police a reason to mess with you. Okay? If you don't like police, if you don't like taking orders from police, don't give them a reason to interact with you. Okay, so this woman, she shoplifts. Then the police show up. Obviously, they confront her about the shoplifting. And she fails to comply. She'd rather talk on the phone. She says, oh, I'm prone to seizures. But does she decide to stop resisting? No, she doesn't. Was not in her right mind, apparently. Because all of this, at least to me, makes perfect sense. I'm sure it makes perfect sense to you.
Was found to completely be within policy, and in fact, in cases like this is exactly what we would expect our officers to do.
Kirby, however, believes the officer's actions were excessive.
I really hope this officer is held accountable.
And police say the woman in the video will face shoplifting charges as well as possession of drug paraphernalia and resisting arrest. We're live in Glendale. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right.
So the thing is, you heard the woman who's a witness who filmed it. She's like, this is a little tiny woman. She's only 115 pounds and he's this big guy. You know what? I've seen some tiny people, including tiny women, get enraged and act like a wild chimpanzee, just ripping things around, tearing things up. You know, they could scratch your face off. So, don't give this to me about, oh, she's only 115 pounds. My goodness, but all of this could have been prevented. Obviously, this lady shoplifts. She won't follow orders from the officer. At that point, what's the officer supposed to do? I'm asking this of the lady who was recording, who was saying, oh, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that. Okay, lady, what do you suggest they do? What do you suggest they do? Because obviously, a big deal, what this lady has a problem with is she was saying, oh, they tased her over and over and over again. Well, apparently it didn't work, did it? Okay, so part of the reason why they had to tase her over and over and over again is because she would not comply even after getting tased. So the taser was not working. Tasers have different effects on different people. So, okay, that's enough. I need to take a deep breath. I need to calm down. All right. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this episode of The Armchair Meddler. Once again, if you aren't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. More wild, crazy videos like this with people who just can't follow direction are coming. Also press that like button. And we will see you on the next episode.